William Wycherly, The Country Wife. Summary Analysis. Hello and welcome to the discourse. William Wycherly was an English dramatist of the Restoration period. He was born on April 8, 1641 and died in the year 1716. Like George Etherege, he was influenced by French writers and admired Moliere's comedies of mannerism. During his visit to France, he chose to accept Catholicism. After returning to London, he again was influenced and returned to the Protestant fold only to become a Catholic again as he got favors and patronage of James II, the Duke of York, who later became the king. He was known for his straightforward attitude that acquired him the nickname Manly Wycherly, which might have been based upon his main character Captain Manly from one of his plays titled The Plain Dealer. Wycherly joined the Inner Temple to learn law, but soon realized that his only interest is fun and the stage. He left his studies and decided to be a playwright. His chosen subject was societal hypocrisy that he expressed through the means of comedy of manners. His first drama, Love in a Wood, was first performed in 1671. He came up with his second comedy in the same year, which was titled The Gentleman Dancing Master. After that, he chose to go on sea journeys. Later on, he joined the army and fought during the Third Anglo-Dutch War as he was commissioned Captain Lieutenant in the company of the Duke of Buckingham's regiment. Meanwhile, he continued producing comedies every now and then. However, he gained the most fame with the last of his two comedy plays, which were titled The Country Wife, which was performed in 1673 and was published in 1675, and The Plain Dealer, which was performed in 1675. Wycherly is attributed to the word nincompoop, which means a foolish person, as he used the word in The Plain Dealer for the first time. He is also the first person to use the phrase happy-go-lucky. The Country Wife. The Country Wife is a comedy of manners that reflects an anti-Puritan ideology. It was produced and performed during the period when Puritanism was being backlashed, while British society was becoming more tolerant. The play shows Moliere's influence on Wycherly as it is based on some of very famous French comedies by Moliere. Wycherly mastered the subject and added certain features to suit the British audience, and that made it a huge success. Wycherly uses colloquial prose dialogues in his play, along with some explicit sexual innuendos and many sexual jokes. The play deals with two main plots, while a third plot continues to grow in between. The first plot of the play is that of a rake whose only aim is to sleep with as many women as he could. To achieve this, he uses the impotency trick. He pretends he is impotent so that he may safely have secret relationships with married women, as their men won't doubt them. The other plot is about an inexperienced country girl who is married to a middle-aged gentleman in London. Her husband believes that since she is from a village, city life won't affect her and she will remain loyal to her. However, the country wife is too enthusiastic about city life and especially the sophisticated, fascinating and virile men of London. The third plot involves a love story. Harry Homer is an upper-class rake who decides to pretend to be an impotent so that he may get closeness to married women. He spreads a rumor that during his visit to France, he contracted an illness while dealing with a common woman, and the only cure that the physician suggested was to surgically reduce the size of his manly organ. Now when he is impotent and unable, he is no threat to any man's wife. This impotency trickery is based on the classical Roman comedy Aeneas by Terence. Wycherly uses this plot to satirize the hypocritical upper-class women who are immoral at heart and willing to mingle with others at the back of their husbands. The trick not only helps Homer to safely seduce as many reputed rich ladies as he could while cuckolding their husbands, but also helps him to target the women, as the married women who are looking for an extramarital affair will be disgusted by an impotent. He uses this trick to recognize the women who are interested in an extramarital affair, and then he would trap them. Homer gains success with his plan as he succeeds in sleeping with many high-class aristocratic women. Three such women who make an entry on the stage are Lady Fidget, her sister-in-law Mrs. Dainty Fidget, and her friend Lady Squeamish. One another conquest of Homer is Marjorie, the young country wife of Mr. Pinchwife. The story of Pinchwife and Marjorie is based on Moliere's two plays titled The School for Husbands and The School for Wives. Pinchwife knowingly marries a young unsophisticated girl, Marjorie, from a village in hope that being innocent, she will remain loyal to him. However, Marjorie is full of life and curiosity. She is enthusiastic about city life and sophisticated London men, and whom she meets in closeness is Homer. Pinchwife couldn't doubt Homer as he is known as impotent. Homer teaches Marjorie and she quickly learns everything about the issues and fun of upper-class married life and seduction. In Moliere's drama, The School for Wives, the innocent character Agnes is naturally virtuous and pure, and hence she denounces any extramarital affair. On the other hand, Wycherley's Marjorie decides to take the opportunity in both her hands. Pinchwife is an insecure and jealous man who funnily continues to offer the same knowledge to Marjorie that he wishes she shouldn't know. The third story involves Harry Homer's friend Harcourt, who is in love with Pinchwife's younger sister Alethea. Alethea belongs to an upper-class aristocratic family in London, yet she is virtuous, honest, and pertinent. Pinchwife engages her with Sparkish, who is a shallow fop and continues to show his foolishness. However, despite his stupid and cynical behavior, Alethea, being a virtuous girl, respects her engagement with him and remains loyal. Harcourt continues to pursue Alethea in vain. As Homer is in contact with Marjorie and is cuckolding Pinchwife, he has easy access to Alethea's home. Situations turn in such a manner that Alethea, while being virtuous and loyal, is found by Sparkish and Harcourt in misleadingly compromising situation. Alethea vows her sanctity and virginity, but Sparkish denounces her as he couldn't trust her. On the other hand, Harcourt has no doubt about Alethea. This leads Alethea to accept Harcourt's love. Meanwhile, Homer faces the situation of being caught for his false trick of being impotent, as when Sparkish accuses Alethea, Pinchwife claims that he is impotent. To this, Marjorie, known for her frankness, feels sad. She personally knows that Homer is not impotent, but a better man than Pinchwife. As she decides to counter Pinchwife and tell the truth about Homer, Homer saves himself with the help of his other lovers. Pinchwife, who is jealous of Homer's closeness with so many beautiful women, tends to believe that he is impotent and his wife is innocent. The play ends with the happy ending of Alethea's re-engagement with Harcourt. The Plain Dealer. The Plain Dealer was another comedy of manners that won praise for Wycherley. It was again based on one of the very famous plays of Moliere titled Le Misanthrope. Wycherley also used the Shakespearean plot of the Twelfth Night, turning a girl into a male pageboy. Captain Manly is the protagonist, who is a misanthrope and doesn't like other people. He doesn't trust anyone except his friend named Varnish and Olivia, the girl he loves too much. However, while Olivia responds to his love with love, she gradually finds Varnish more attractive. She ditches Captain Manly and marries Varnish. Captain Manly feels cheated and wishes to take revenge on Varnish and Olivia. He takes the help of one of his page boys, who has earned his trust, to go to Varnish and Olivia. He advises the page boy how to seduce Olivia and thus break her marriage with Varnish. However, the page boy is no boy. He is in reality a beautiful girl who desperately loves Captain Manly and chose to disguise herself as a boy to be close to him. In the end, Captain Manly forgives Varnish and Olivia and marries the girl who became a page boy for her. So this is it for today. We will continue to discuss the history of English literature. Please stay connected with the discourse. Thanks and regards.